Hello everybody, Calabus here, back with a little more Hearthstone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a deck in Hearthstone. I'm going to show you a couple tips and give you a couple pointers that could help make you build your first deck. So you go to your collection, this is where your decks are. You have 9 spaces to make 9 different decks. I have a free spot open, so you click new deck. The first thing you have to choose is which hero you want to play with to base your deck off of. We're just going to choose the warrior for this starter deck. Choose them. So basically when you're building a deck, you get to choose from 2 different sets of cards. You get to choose from the warrior class cards or the class cards of the hero that you picked. And then you get to choose from neutral cards, which are cards that any class could pick and put in their deck. When you're building a deck, it has to have 30 cards. You can't have no more. You can't have no less. So it's between a mix of what class cards you want to put and what neutral cards you want to put. After playing the game a couple times with just basic decks, you're going to kind of get a feel for what cards you like and which ones you don't like, especially for the neutral ones. Usually when I'm making a deck, I'm trying to do the ratio of 20 class cards to 10 neutrals. So whenever I usually start off a deck, if I don't have a specific theme in mind that I already want to work with, I'll just go straight to the neutrals and put in my favorite ones first. I usually start off putting 2 leopard gnomes in there because I like those little green guys. I usually put in 2 priestesses, another cheap card. That's very effective. Usually like to throw in 2 owls. Knife Juggler is a pretty good card for 2 costs, and since I have a golden version, I usually sneak him in there. Again, if you're looking for a certain theme, if you're looking to do a spell power deck, you might start grabbing the spell powered cards. If you're making a Murloc deck, you grab Murlocs. So, what other cards are that I usually use? Get a couple more expensive ones. Raging Worgen is a pretty good one. You might want to get already got a couple low ones, so you kind of want to get maybe a couple mid-range or maybe more expensive one. Maybe we'll add a legendary right now. The Shieldmaster is a pretty good taunt, so he's usually good to have in the deck. I already have 2 owls, so kind of don't really need a Spellbreaker. I mean, if you're going for a silence-based deck, you definitely could grab him. He's not a bad card. Faceless Manipulator is a pretty good card to have in your deck, no matter how you have your deck built. Maybe throw him in and see what happens right now. You can always take him out if you start getting other cards that you want in there that you don't want to have him in there. Maybe throw in a legendary in this deck too right now. Maybe grab my Golden Hogger. Maybe put in an Illidan. Since I'm making a warrior deck, I'm not going to be going too heavy on the spells. So throw in a Hogger there. I got 10 neutral cards right now, which are pretty good. Now I'm going to go to the class cards and look through the class cards and first pick the ones that you know you absolutely have to have. For me, in a warrior deck, I always think that having 2 Warsong commanders, they give all your other minions charge. It's always a good idea to put these in your deck. Also, if you're facing a warrior deck and they throw out a Warsong commander, it's always a good idea to eliminate, try to do what you can to get them off the field. Frothing Berserker is also a really strong warrior minion card. Whenever any minion takes damage, it gains 1 attack, so it could get out of control fairly quick. That's any of your opponent's minions or any of your own minions, or even if the Frothing Berserker takes damage himself, he'll be buffing himself by taking damage. And 4 health kind of means he sticks around a little bit longer. So, gonna go ahead and put 2 of those in right away. It's always nice to have a big smacking Arcanite Reaper in your deck, so stick that in there. Brawl's a fun card to have, so we'll stick that in there. Let's see. maybe get a little card draw, take one of those. So really you're just looking through the class cards that you have and figuring out which ones you want to put in there, which ones you think you're going to need. Maybe throw in a Shell Slam. Whirlwind is a good card that combos with your Berserker. So I mean, you throw out a Frothing Berserker, you Whirlwind all the minions on the field, and everyone that you hit with the Whirlwind buffs up the Berserker. So it's kind of good to have that one in there. Maybe throw in a cheaper weapon. Throw in an Execute. Maybe throw in a Cleave. Throw in a Slam. The Armor Smith is also a good card that works good with Whirlwind. If you have a lot of minions on your side of the board and you have to Whirlwind to try to bring down some of the opponents, if you have her out on the field, all your minions that are getting hit is giving you armor. So, and I have a golden version, so I might as well put in the little golden version. Maybe add some charge to my deck. So you're trying to look for a good mix of spells and minions as well. You don't want to be too heavy on each. You're trying to make a balanced deck, unless you're going for a specific theme, like you're going for a deck that's doing rushdown or something. So you're trying to look for good amount of low cost minions to start off the game, a couple mid cost, and then a couple of the higher end ones. Let's just add another charge one. Do the golden Taskmaster. Sometimes if I don't know which cards to pick, I'll start throwing in just the gold cards that I like. Or maybe throw in a couple more neutrals. Since I have a couple weapons in my deck, I could bring in one of the pirates, the Bloodcell Raider, who gets buffed with the weapon that you have, so that's a good combo with the warrior. And I think I want to grab the other pirate that's a taunt. He's in the 4 range? Where are you? Pretty sure I have, there he is, Mr. Pirate. And maybe if you want to get a little more card draw, you throw him in there too. So you got a deck made, you got the 30, you want to give your deck a name. So this is just a pretty basic warrior deck, so just be like basic warrior, and hit enter so it locks in the name. You could always change it if you want. If I actually come up with something clever, more clever than basic warrior, never gonna happen. That's as clever as I'm gonna get. So you got your deck, you hit done. Your deck is now made. You just go back. You could go to practice and play the computer with the deck, or you could go to play mode. I would suggest you could do practice if you want, but usually I'll just take the deck straight into casual mode. I wouldn't take it straight into the ranked mode. Don't want to lose ranking until you actually test out your deck and find out what the strengths and weaknesses are. You play it a couple times and you'll find out if you're kind of low on taunt, or if you have too many high ones or you have too many low ones. So just go straight to casual and load up some games. Try to figure out where your deck is strong and where it's weak. And that's kind of how you fine tune it. So you make a basic deck, unless like you're a Hearthstone genius and you have a perfect planned out deck already, then make that one. Go for it, I say. But for those of us that are a little slower, make a simple deck, go play it a little bit, find out how it works, and if you start getting a card a lot that you switch out all the time, then maybe it's something you want to take out of the deck. Definitely want to keep the Axe. I don't really feel like I need the Silence right away, so I'll get rid of the Owl and get rid of the Reaper since I'm going to have the Axe for a couple turns, and I'll maybe get another one. So Faceless Manipulator and the Cruel Taxmaster. A horrible starting hand. The Taxmaster actually combos well with the Berserker because he'll come out, he'll hit the Berserker and give him 2 +2 attack, and then the 1 damage he actually does to the Berserker will buff him even another one. So if he would have brought out a minion, I probably would have coined into my axe that hit him, but since he didn't bring out anything, I'm just going to bring out my gnome. There's a good chance he might just make a dagger and stab my gnome, which is he's going to take 2 damage for stabbing me, and then when my gnome dies, he'll take 2 more from the death cry. So that's a 1 cost card that's going to give 4 damage to him. It's going to eat up 1 of his charges on his weapon, and it used his turn to make the weapon. So I consider that to be pretty good value, I think. Let's go ahead and make the weapon this turn and smack him in the face. He wants to make a weapon, 2 could play at that game. Lighting the fire while we wait for the rogue. Changing the pelt. Change. Why are you not changing? If you click on it, it's supposed to... There we go, we changed it to, I don't know if that's cheetah or leopard? Maybe leopard or cheetah. No, leopards are spots, cheetahs are the empty holes, I think. So I think that's a cheetah print. Alright, let's go ahead and smack his little minion off the board. And let's make my minion. If he doesn't kill my minion or silence him, I'll be trying to do the Cruel Taskmaster combo on him next turn. I actually like the next print the best. Okay, not that one. That's Tiger. Just kidding. Where the son of them? There it is, the white tiger. Hear the guy snoring inside while I mess with his little pelt. He doesn't wake up. Light the fire again. I'm a pyromaniac. I should be paying attention to what the rogue's doing instead of my little camp over here, but there you go. He ignores my berserker. Don't want to hit him. He's gonna get charged up. So I could get really silly and throw out my knife juggler first. Throw out my Cruel Taskmaster. Let's just go crazy on him. So he gets the buff from being hit and the buff from the 2. Gonna do 5 damage. There's a chance that if they don't weaken my guys too much, I might just whirlwind to buff up my guy 3 more. So if they don't kill any of my minions, I'll probably attack. It might kill 1, but I just got crazy buffed. He needs to eliminate my berserker now. Returning to my hand. That could do something too. And he'll probably stab my knife juggler. Bye, knife juggler. But he's taking a lot of damage. He's down to 14, and I get an Arcanite Reaper, which is super awesome for me. I mean, throw out the Reaper, smack him with the Taxmaster, smack him in the face, and he's kind of in trouble already, so that's good for us. Starting the fire. I need to play with the other parts of the... Let's break the vines. Boom! Coconuts, 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 coconuts. Bye, well, now he's just getting silly. You are silly, friend. You are silly. So let's get some possible card draw, maybe. And I will armor up. Do I want to just go ahead and smack him? I don't want to destroy my weapon, but Let's just give him a smack. Why not? Smack him in the face. Get rid of the eyes that are staring at me. Quit staring at me, eyes. And clicking the waterfall, making a rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Hey, make a rainbow. Make a rainbow. Make a rainbow. Make a rainbow. I'm never going to be able to take away the 2 life. Oh, now he's in trouble. Now he's going to need to silence my leopard gnome. Or actually, it's GG. I'm going to make my leopard gnome, and I'm going to whirlwind to kill my leopard gnome so he does his 2 damage battle death rattle to take away the 2 damage. Boom. Bye, leopard gnome. Way to sacrifice yourself for the team. So again, you play the deck that you just made in casual or against the computer in practice. Try to figure out what's working good for it, what's not so good about it. I'll play one more, maybe see if we could find some weaknesses. I mean, the deck did pretty good right there. I mean, it definitely doesn't have that much taunt in it, but I'm kind of with the warrior, kind of doing a little bit of a rush down anyways. So as far as basic warrior decks go, I think it kind of works. I definitely like having my little leopard gnome out there. Warsong Commander is always a good card to have, the Whirlwind. If I get a weapon, my Blood Cell Raider will be pretty awesome. So, I might have thought about ditching the Whirlwind, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Playing a Hunter, Tracking, and we get a new stage to play with. Good. Hit the thorny, if you hit it enough, it moves away from the gate. It's like, quit hitting me. Gonna start out with leopard gnome. He feels icky. And turn. You would think you could hit this little wood up here and break it like in the Stormwind place, but apparently you can't. You can't hit it up there. Bring down the gate though. And bring it up again. You click the command there. There you go, it's down. Alright, so he shot me. So boom, 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 boom. We'll attack. And I don't really want to bring her out if I don't have a weapon. I don't want to bring out the charge unless I have a creature that's going to come out after it. So I'm thinking about, I'm either going to armor up or, you know what? Let's just go crazy. Do the shield, get some big time armor, and get a weapon for next turn, which is actually going to help my girl come out. So that's it for that turn. We're going to load the catapult. Fire! Hit the fire, make the blacksmithy sounds. Wave the flag around. Hit the rock, blow on the blimp. We're gonna make the weapon, use it to clear out the taunt, and smack him again with my little leopard gnome. MVP of the game, of last game, Mr. Leopard Gnome. Alright, starting this one off out pretty well. You, a buzzard and a hyena. Yeesh. Yeesh. That's just silliness. So we are going to get rid of the hyena first. Get rid of the hyena? Sure, let's get rid of the hyena. Definitely want to bring out our girl so she gets a little buff. 5-3 now. Don't want that buzzard hanging around, so we'll get rid of that. And we'll armor up and be like, sir, it is your turn. He could kill command it. He could just bring out Nightblade. That works. I am going to bring out my charge creature. Charge down his Night Blade right away. Do the attack. So he might have a multi-shot, which he could only use if there's 2 minions on the field. So if I play this minion, he's going to be able to do his multi-shot. But at the same time, she's also going to buff her life to 4, and multi-shot only does 3. So my pirate's going to survive it no matter what. In case they don't have it, I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Get the little buff. I mean, multi-shot might come out, and then he might have another way to take away the 1 damage. But, I mean, it's a warrior deck. You got to play it a little bit aggressively, I think. Warriors are aggressive. So, well, there goes my pirate. That's fine. Fine. That's okay. I'll let him do that. I'll bring out my charge creature. Take out his bull or rhino. Armor up. That makes my shield slam more effective. If they don't take away my armor, I could build up my armor to make my 1-cost shield slam. Take out one of his heavier creatures. And does he want to kill it? Maybe. Maybe he's going to kill it. What else is he going to do to it? That might have been an execute. Maybe he was thinking about executing it. Or actually, that's my card. I play a warrior a lot, so it's like they're always bringing it out. I don't know what he could have used to kill it. What was he going to think about? No. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to. I could shield slam the raptor off the map. I think I will shield slam to get rid of him. And then I'll hogger to try to protect my 4/1 guy longer. End turn, throws out a taunt. Wait, what happened? Did he take away my armor and I wasn't paying attention? Why didn't I kill his raptor? I missed something here. I'm gonna have to go watch my own video now and find out why I'm not paying attention. Okay, fine. Be that way. Jeez. Alright, let's whirlwind him away. Let's bring out my charge minion. Let's bring out my taunt. He has charge now, so he'll go ahead and kill him. Well, now he's just getting silly. Now he's silly. Alright, let's do let's go ahead and cleave him. Say bye bye to the bird. Now my guy could kill him. Gonna Taskmaster my Warsong Commander. So she's up to 4. He's doing 2. Armor up. End turn. Hope he doesn't have a multi-shot or something else that's going to clear my board. I want to keep my minions on there, especially my charge creature. I mean, if she stays on the field, which, nope, she won't be staying on the field. It would have been nice to keep her. But, that kill command was going to do 3 damage anyway, so doing this move didn't actually hurt me at all. bring out the cards that I have, armor up, hit him again, and turn. Well played, sir. Well played. Alrighty, so he's not in a good position now.
No problem.
Gonna clear out the taunt. I could kill his creature, but I kind of just want to smack him down. If he doesn't have a way to stop me from hitting with the Arcanite Reaper next turn, it's game over. So let's see if he has a way to save himself. Hoping for the taunt bear is what he's hoping for, and he got the board. Not what he was hoping for. Sorry. Wolf is not going to help him. It's GG. Send it all at me, sir. I could just mess with them and do the slam, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to take the axe, put it in his head. Garrosh doesn't waste time. He cracks skulls. He looks mad. He looks angry. He doesn't play around. Doesn't rub it in people's faces that they won. Alright, well, that's kind of the basic, my little tips. Like I said, choose class. Good ratio is 20 class cards to 10 neutral cards. Keep some spells in there. Usually I would say the minion to spell ratio should be 2 to 3. 2 minions for every one, like 2 to 1, so every 2 minions for every 1 spell. And then the minions you want to kind of keep balanced. Probably a couple low ones, mostly mid-range ones, and then a couple really high ones is what I would consider to be a good formula. Of course, this is all just opinions. I am definitely not a professional. Don't take my word for it. I mean, if you want to leave comments telling me how stupid I am and how bad my decisions are and how I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm likely to agree with you. You'll probably be partially right with whatever you say. If you do agree, you could make me feel better about myself and go ahead and say you agree too. That's fine as well. But like I said, this is just my own personal opinion, and if it helps you guys out, that's great. If not, maybe you'll learn from watching me what not to do. Anyways, I have been Calabus. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.